Ever since 4K Blu-ray was announced, I've been waiting for this bad boy. Now I have this bad boy. God damn! I'm excited in this bitch. What's going on, people? You know who it is and you know where I am. It's Brass Tacks and I'm back in this bitch. You already know. New subscribers, welcome. Existing subscribers, I love you guys. Now, before we get into the review, I want to answer some quick questions because people have always been asking me. Okay, what television do I watch these movies on? It's a Samsung HDR JS 95,000. 65 inches, baby. Next year I'm getting 78. I shit you not. What player am I using? I primarily use the Samsung 4K Blu-ray player, but I also use the Xbox One S. The differences are minimal between the two players. You can't go wrong either way. I'm not going to talk about the movie because we should have all seen this movie. And if you haven't seen this movie, you need to unsubscribe, go watch this movie, come back, subscribe in this bitch. Because if you haven't seen this movie, you are doing yourself a great disservice in this bitch. This is one of the best movies going, period, of any time. This movie amazing in this bitch. Let's get on with the transfer. Last year, they restored Goodfellas to a 4K digital intermediate, a 4K master if you will. And they released the 25th anniversary Blu-ray last year. And it looked fantastic because the 1080p Blu-ray itself was taken from the 4K master. The color was improved and also, surprisingly, the aspect ratio was also improved. So now when you're watching the movie, you got it full screen in this bitch. No black bars. So now we got that out of the way, let's talk 4K. Shot in 35. Digital intermediate 4K. DTS HD master audio. How is the transfer? They have done a fantastic job on this transfer. This transfer is fucking awesome. That's really all I can say. Let's first talk about one of the main features, HDR. The way they've done HDR is really impressive. It's natural looking until it doesn't need to be. Even the starting shot where you've got Ray Liotta, Joe Pesci and Robert De Niro in the front, you know, they're staring at the boot of the car and it's a pretty red scene. The HDR really brings out the colors and shows the reflections on them. It just looks very realistic. The wider color gamut was very noticeable and striking in some parts. You're gonna notice, especially Robert De Niro suits in this bitch, no homo. You notice all the little details, like the fine lines, the wrinkles in the suits, the creases in the suits that you wouldn't necessarily notice on the 1080p Blu-ray. Some of the suits they're wearing are pretty loud. Yeah, so they're shiny, they're shimmering and stuff. But once again, the HDR really brings that out. This movie really shines on outdoor scenes. One of the standout moments for me personally is, you know, when Ray Liotta, his girl, she gets attacked by that dude. You know, he goes up to dude and just gunbucks the fuck out of him. That scene right there, the whole scenery and everything looked absolutely stunning. What the HDR also does is add a great degree of depth to this movie. Like the scene I just mentioned, you got the foreground, the background, and the point of interest in the middle. It adds a ton of new layers to the image, in parts. I'm not a big fan of film grain, not at all. They've really minimized the fuck out of film grain. So when you're watching this, it's a nice, crisp image, which goes on to detail. Detail in this movie, like I said, it's the best it's ever looked. From wrinkles to individual hair strands, to textures in the suits, to reflections of cars, brickworks on the building, even the food they eating. God damn. I was watching it, watched some of the food they were making and shit. Paulie was making some shit. Made me hungry as a motherfucker. I ain't gonna lie, that shit looked so realistic in this bitch. I've watched this movie many times on cable, and I've watched it on Blu-ray as well. You know what it's like when you've already seen a movie a million times and it's on television or you're watching the Blu-ray or whatever. You're doing a million and one things. You're watching it, but you're not watching it. Do you know what I'm saying? But with this, as soon as I pressed play, I was just hooked on that bitch. Because there is such a big difference compared to the version I saw. I couldn't see any artifacts or any stuttering issues or any clipping or anything like that. The only caveat I have for this movie is it's dark. The overall picture is dark. You know, the HDR, you're expected to be a very bright picture. This movie is dark, so you couldn't really watch it in the daytime with all the, you know, with the sun coming in and what have you. You couldn't do that. So you're going to have to really, to enjoy this and get the full potential out of this movie, you're going to have to watch it at night. Got the lights dim and what have you. It's one of those movies, but it's worth it. Is it worth picking up? Absolutely. It's Goodfellas, number one. Number two, it's by far the best it will ever look. I don't think the disc it comes with, the Blu-ray, the 1080p Blu-ray, is the 25th anniversary. I could be wrong, but all I will say is It's the best it's ever looked. Just the added detail of 4K, the added resolution is definitely going to improve it. And obviously the HDR and the wider color space. 1080p won't compete with the color space. So this, like I said, it's the best version of this bitch. Yeah, so you should definitely pick it up. All the extra features that come with the Blu-ray are on the Blu-ray, which brings me to my other point. These Blu-rays come in like 66 gigs, they come in 100 gigs. Are you trying to tell me there's no space for that bitch? I know Batman vs Superman was 100 gigs. The movie itself was around 80. Yeah? I'm sure you could have fit in, just slapped on the special features. We don't need the 4K treatment for the special features. Just put it on the disc, goddammit. I don't have to keep interchanging my shit just to watch the shit. God damn! For a movie of its time, a movie of that time, I've not seen a movie of that time look as good as this restoration has made this movie look. It looks beautiful. How does it compare with movies of today? It's different. It's not the same. Movies of today look more crisper, more clearer, what have you, but that's because of the technology and everything else, the cameras they use now, whatever. Okay, so it's gonna be different, but Goodfellas looks beautiful. You should pick it up. You should buy it. I don't know how much it is where you guys are, but whatever it is, you should pick it up. It's a classic, and it's never looked this good. Hope you guys are good. Remember, hit the like button, subscribe in this bitch. You gotta subscribe in this bitch, come on. Your boy giving you reviews. Your boy regular. Do you know what I'm saying? God damn. Anyway, guys, take care, and I'll catch you soon.